Hello, classmates. Here we are, week 11 coming up. And of course, you have your textbook ready and open to page 428, chapter 14. And you have something to write on and something to write with. And social media marketing. Oh my God, you know so much about that already as a consumer. Maybe you even have created a website or any kind of digital space where you have experienced with design. So this chapter is definitely for us. And we're going to compare and contrast the traditional versus digital marketing and how they go to. And here we go with the digital and direct marketing on page 428. Digital marketing, oh my God, you already know so much about that as the consumer. Of course, you have already experienced all this, and it is definitely the fastest growing form of marketing anywhere. So what are a lot of the advantages? Well, first of all, it makes it possible to target individuals, which is something that used to be extremely costly. And we can create interactive content so that we are much more easily create the engagement. Many companies use digital marketing as the only kind of marketing. That's really revolutionary. Let's look at the compare and contrast. It's on page 432. Of course, you know all about these kinds of marketing. Just really want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Mobile marketing, of course, everything having to do with our beloved smartphones, right? And then this is where things come together with the face-to-face marketing, the traditional direct marketing. It's often not either or. Most, especially larger companies, do both. Okay, now catalog marketing, we're going to have less of that. It's just really expensive, the shipping and the printing and everything. Maybe some of us still remember the Sears catalog. We met that also in a previous chapter. It is definitely easy to make. It is very fast and it is rather low cost compared to other marketing. But how do we know it's working? It's really hard to measure, and the other part is that it is very much out of our control. We don't know what the consumer does. So what else do we have to learn? Well, we have to learn some of the terms. Digital marketing, social media marketing, the digital age, and omni-channel retailing. Let's start with the digital marketing. That, of course, means we're using the internet in order to create marketing. Social media marketing means that we're using specific social media platforms. Many of them are already out there, like the Facebooks and Twitter and others. However, some companies also have created their own homegrown social media marketing platforms. This is something I found interesting. The digital age, which describes the time when consumers' expectations have dramatically changed in terms of, as you can read here, speed, price, convenience, blah, blah. Now we're actually hitting the 2-day delivery window that we consumers seem to expect 2-day delivery for free. And that is really wreaking havoc for some of the smaller companies. I heard on the news about a company that makes hot sauce, and one person ordered one bottle of hot sauce to the tune of $5 and then wanted free next day shipping on top of that. And that did not go over well, both sides, and the consumer finally decided to drop the online shopping basket and said, I'll just go to Amazon. And omnichannel retailing, this is where these all come together, where shopping is possible on the website, can go to the store, we can do it via the mobile shopping. Some companies even, they have showrooms where we could go and look at the item, but then we order it online. I wanted to share a quick experience I had today. yesterday where I had ordered online cat food. And it was really inexpensive, and it was the cat food that I use for my 3 foster cats here, Friskies. Finally, yesterday got an email saying it's ready to be picked up. As you can see, it's a monument there, pretty close to Diablo Valley College. So I drove out there, and it was pretty much a madhouse in the parking lot there. Walked into the Dollar Tree store there and looked for the sign that says online order pickup or so. There was nothing. Talked to a cashier who sent me to the manager, who also was at a cashier stand because it was crazy in there. And the manager told me that it's going to be about half an hour until I can get to you. I have to take care of all my customers. And I said, I'm a customer too, and it's already paid. I just need to pick it up. Nothing. So I walked out, canceled the order, and requested my money back. The integration clearly didn't work very well. Online marketing. Oh, yes. Here we have the advertising, which is, you know, the good old pop-ups or on the sides and all the Google searches. At least they say paid contents in there too. Email marketing. This is where we are getting those beautiful spam messages. And yeah, I couldn't help it. I had to add the spam image in here. And viral marketing, it is the holy grail of online marketing. That means that something starts out, and without the marketers having to do anything else, it just goes whoosh and everybody talks about it. Let's talk about blogs. Blogs are quite successful. I looked at the most successful company blogs out there. The Whole Foods one, and here's a screenshot, is one of award-winning blog. Let's move on. Integrated social media marketing, and this is page 443. This is where we're using existing ones as well as our own, and that is integration in addition to moving everything together, whether we have print, TV, radio, we have our store layouts, we have the emails that go out, everything sends the same message. And that, of course, is a big part of your project part 3. An integrated marketing communication plan where the same message goes out across the 5 platforms that we have listed there. How can we engage our potential customers, existing customers? Remember, it is much cheaper to keep an existing customer than to find a new one. And on our digital platforms. Have you heard of American Girl, the dolls? Well, they have created a whole experience for the children, the customers. They go there and they have adventures with their dolls, and it's quite something. They're very successful in doing that. Kiosk marketing, well, this is from our book, and yes, it's still out there, right? At 7-Elevens, you can see it outside. One of the first ones out there, and they're still going extremely strong. They have something like 42,000 of those kiosks out there. We can really become irritated by all those ads online. And then, of course, there is also the illegal side, the deception and fraud, theft, and privacy. So irritating stuff. I get more and more robocalls now on my cell phone. I'm sorry, there's my cat again. I'm really annoyed about that. And then we have the unfairness. I just heard a podcast about amazing frauds from call centers that take advantage of people who just can't help themselves. More deception and fraud. Of course, there is the famous phishing, PHI, phishing, and that means that we receive an email of some kind, and we click on an attachment, and that downloads some kind of malware that then attracts data. And this brings me to digital security. And I really, really hope that you have all set up a two-step ID for whenever you log in, that you're using the 1Password or some of the other password creators and locks. It's so important. Identity theft is indeed rampant. And with that, it is a fabulous chapter. And I have posted additional resources on our Canvas site. So have fun with it. Bye.